much of what I'm doing is thin on the ground. Very, I'm especially this week. Let me ask a question. Everybody out there, can you hear me? You shouldn't be able to, but I need to make sure. You guys should I'm talking the Twitch, yes. No. Yeah, so the mixer is picking me up and it shouldn't be. Thank you, G Soto. I'm just gonna mute.
hello because I just written hello.
I mean, that's okay. That's good.
Fuji soda. That's where I'm at.
Well, we're live now. Hi, everybody. How you
Hi.
doing?
Ooh, look at
Yes.
this. Pretty. I like it.
So the screen's set up for, if more people jump in, if they decide to or whatever, it'll accommodate. So it's a little cut off now, but like if a fifth person jumps in, it'll be perfect. So
excellent.
Hi everybody out there. Dude, Dave's in the chat. I haven't seen David in the chat in a while. Hi.
That's our guy right there.
Oh,
Buddy.
man. I hope you're coming to DragonCon. We're coming to DragonCon this year, and I want everybody to come. Like, I don't know how we're gonna do it. See, a fifth person jumped in, and it fits. Oh my god, I love it. Oh,
Wait, did it work perfectly? Like,
it worked
right away?
perfect.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, it did. Perfect.
Hi,
Picture.
Kels.
Cal, where's your kitty?
Hello.
There we
Rach is in the chat. G Soda's in the chat. Ryan, who's in the call, is in the chat. That's so good.
I'm in the chat.
Nathaniel. Hi, everybody. Man, we
Are in the chat.
We are in the chat. I'm
We
not
are.
in the chat. I'm not allowed.
No.
I'll get there.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Privileges
can't.
were taken.
I gotta log into
Whoopsie.
my own account. My God, this has been a week. We just did taxes, and
Oh,
yesterday
yeah.
we did part of a Raven session, and to do that, we had to drive 50 miles to Monticello to where Jasper and Anna were staying to deliver some.
Monticello, Jason.
It's Monticello, you
Wait,
dumb.
Monticello.
wait, is it really Monticello?
No, it isn't. She's
But-
just.
It depends on the one you're at. Some of them definitely say it differently.
I believe Bree, but I also...
She doesn't even know how to pronounce my name. Like,
Wait, so why were you in Monticello, Cello? What happened there?
so we had to
Yeah,
deliver some chords to Jasper
Okay.
because Jasper couldn't speak to us, which is a problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it turns out those chords wouldn't work with his computer, or his mic was broken, and it's a Shure, so it's a $250 microphone. So then we drove back to Hancock another 50 miles, and he followed us, so I gave him a new mic, and then he drove back to... So we drove 200 miles total for
Good.
for yesterday's session, and we got about an hour in. It was pretty good.
We
It was
got to
fun.
cuddle.
It was
Yeah,
nice, honestly.
Yeah, it was nice. We got to see the Permenter children. They're still
Aren't
they're
they
still
like-
kids.
Oh, I was like, aren't they like little people now? Like,
Yeah.
They are. They got like
That's like-
personalities
that's
and junk.
crazy.
What?
One of them asked for a cookie and used like
Wow.
full
Oh.
sentences. What?
It's always strange. Like, it's like, oh, my friend just had a baby, and then I look on on whatever the Instagram, and it's like
They're an accountant.
that kid talks now and it has like is no longer Jello. It's like what?
Has opinions about things and thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Madness.
This I knew them when they were a baby, and now they're giving me stock advice.
Oh God, I wish someone would give me stock advice.
Yeah,
Please.
well, yeah, please
Have money. That's my first.
Mutual funds.
invest in Bitcoin a decade ago, but get out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Are we still trading pictures of monkeys? Is that going to be the new currency, or is it bottle caps?
No.
Bottle caps.
Always bottle
Okay,
caps.
good.
We're right
Okay.
there, right on the edge.
I'm a sunset sarsaparilla man myself. Like
Sunset sarsaparilla.
it's a
Boy,
Fallout
howdy.
reference. It's
Oh, I was like, that sounds delicious. It's like, oh, never mind.
I've never had a sarsaparilla. I don't know what. Isn't
It's
that just
root
poor
beer.
man's root beer? It's just root
Yeah.
beer, right?
It is literally root beer is made from sarsaparilla. Like that's
Oh,
It's delicious. Isn't it a little bit sweeter? Or is that just Knott's Berry Farm? Sarsaparilla is just sweet.
yeah. I mean, it's like root beer is just like sarsaparilla like soda. Like that's what it is. So it just depends on how it's made. I think I don't know the specifics. I'm not. An
That's
expert.
fair. Well, Knott's Berry Farm ones are very sweet, delicious.
I
know
feel like I'm
s-
this close to learning something. I'm not, but I'm close.
I need to order some sarsaparilla now for Theriathon. That's what I need. I need to
Yeah,
have
that's
it.
what you need.
That's what I need. That's gonna fix all our problems. That's
That's
gonna
right.
be it.
That is not even top 5 of the priority list that we have.
You say
No.
that now, but once
I have
Dungeons of
charts.
Randomness brand sarsaparilla takes off, the world is saved.
That's
Delicious.
fair. Okay.
We need a cutesy name for it, though. That's the thing. We need like
We could put Jasper on the front of it, and it could be
Jasperilla.
Jasperilla.
Oh,
Jasperilla.
there we go. We've done it.
Perfect.
That's a win.
Man. So we've Bree's been working back at DNR now for a week, and it's taken us a week to line up all the things we need to do. Like it's been it's like, okay, let's order all the things up and list it all out. What do we need to do? And I think she just finished putting it in like a list today. So
there's
Isn't it a
Trello.
spreadsheet?
It's organized. Yes. There's also a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is separate though. That's for house chores.
Oh,
We needed 2
Proud.
charts. One for house.
How do I
chores
get a
and one
brie?
for Gina.
This is
know.
what I need for my
It's a good idea.
life.
you got to
just
order one
love
from
organizing
Maine. There's a
things.
back order though, so you got
Yeah. It's like we have a Brie, but she's over there
yeah.
and doing other things.
Doing
because
other things.
busy.
so busy.
Here's the thing now. It's official. She just got a pink apron for woodworking. So like,
Cool.
He's got me a pink apron. It's like leather, but it's like bright pink.
Does he let you do the power tools?
Let
He
you.
tries to encourage me
Let
to use
her.
power
Oh.
tools.
let
Me, Jason, would you,
Mandy.
would you like to allow the women to use power tools,
I
Jason?
know. I mean, I feel like
Well, if she's
Jason
not
would be
making
like,
me a sandwich, I do allow her to work from time to time. She even draws a paycheck. It's she.
Sorry,
Honestly,
Christy.
I enforce the gender norms more than he does. I'm like, I don't want to mess it up. You should do all the heavy lifting.
I was
And
like,
then
get
he
your
goes,
ass in here and
"Fucking
hold
pick it up."
this.
How's your back doing, Jason, by the way?
It's better. I messed it up
good.
bad. So
Yeah.
What did you pick up?
That's
A
what
box.
I heard. I was like,
I
oh,
picked
Box
up
of wood.
5 pounds. It was a 5-pound box of like straps.
Yep.
legs,
I'll
not
take
with your
old.
back.
It was so
Gotta
okay.
do the squats.
Look, sometimes backs just don't care what you're actually doing, and they're like, I realize that you're just scratching your nose, but this is the moment. This is the one.
So, okay, quick story. The first time I pulled my back, it was all my fault. I was like 25 and I was lifting some 55-gallon drum of like debris
Yeah.
to dump into something else, and my back, like a piano string, snapped in my back. It's like, and that's all my fault. But once you do it, it's over.
Yeah, I was gonna say then that's the rest of your life now.
Yep.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I've
no.
I've literally been standing in place, and the dog does something. I turn, clink. Like it does not matter.
Oh,
Yep.
buddy.
You know what? Honestly, the best thing for if you do have recurring back pain, and this is something that I need to do better too, is do exercise whenever you can.
Oh.
You know, you need to have that core strength to help support your back, which is easier to say than do.
I'm gonna work on it. I very rarely pull my back. God, there's a whole bunch of people chatting. Thank you.
We love you, people.
Point.
Yep.
Point A. Point. I don't know. I'm sure that's a
Live
fancy
on
pronunciation.
I like the
Um,
high wave thing
I
that's
do
in the
too.
chat
Yeah,
there.
that's
Yeah.
That's
adorable.
beautiful.
I like it.
Just a wee hi from a former supporter on Patreon. I thought I'd pop in. But, well, thank you. Hi. I hope you guys can check out Theriathon next week.
Yeah, it's gonna
the
be fun.
22nd, noon to midnight. Old school. We're just going through streaming all day. Group 1 is going to be back. There's a whole bunch. We have 3 other sessions, one of which is as complete surprises to even the people on
Yep.
the thing. I can't wait. So we're gonna
That'll be
need you
fun.
guys too. But okay, so the back thing, we were getting ready to ship at a table, and it got like we lined everything up with a freight company and everything. It got off without a hitch. It's wonderful. In fact, John should be getting it any day now. I think by Monday.
Hey.
And this thing is 225 pounds.
I bet.
Some of it solid oak, just It is a beast. You could hit it with a sledgehammer and you could still use it for gaming. It's awesome.
I mean, solid oak.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I pull my back the day before we got to move this thing uphill. And strap. I was
and
so
more
fucked.
importantly, what were you picking up, Jason, at the time?
It was just it was a little box of like straps. So I go to bend it. It was the first thing in the morning. It's like 6 a.m. I'm like, all right, let's get going. Oh no. And that was it. I was done.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sam in the chat, they have like a titanium rod in their back, so they actually have never even had a backache, like ever.
Oh,
so they don't know what that's like.
I want a metal back now. I want no
I was
backache.
gonna say, but they probably did like had some kind of back pain before the rod went in.
Yeah.
Presumably,
Well, the rod
there
went
was
in when they
something
were
going
very
on.
young.
Oh, that's the trick.
Sam's got
You
other
messed up
stuff
your
to
back
deal
when you were a
with.
baby.
That's a superhero. That's a superhero.
Sam's
Doesn't
got
that
other
make
stuff to
you-
deal with, so it's
if
like,
it's-
I feel like that's fair. Like, that's a trade-off. You don't need back pain.
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb.
Nobody needs back pain. Yeah.
Does that mean can't bend too much though? If rod, or is it?
They can only go like up and then like they can't really. They also can't sit in like bean. Wait, no, they said they like beanbag chairs, but there's some things they can't sit in because their back doesn't curve to it.
Are we?
It's like if there's a pillow behind their head, they just end up going, eh. So they can't like, you know.
So there is a rock climber that we watch that has a rod in their back, and they're still a professional rock climber. So can you go be a rock climber?
Rock climbing is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been able to rock climb. I don't like heights. It's not my thing.
You know
Dragon
what?
Con.
Dragon Con.
I've done it. It's
Nice-
fun, honestly.
Nice little bouldering walls. They don't go
just-
much higher
it's
up
such-
than you are
you know
tall.
what?
Super squishy landing area. What? These
We
are the
should just
gestures I
do
make for that, I guess.
Like we should don't do that. New like Dragon Con tradition, trying a new thing. And it's like, okay, we've done the axe throwing.
Rock
Now it's
climbing.
rock climbing. Then we'll try archery the next year.
I like archery.
Okay,
Archery's fun.
I'll do rock climbing if the next year we play tackle football, because I think that's
I want to
fair.
tackle.
Oh no, you don't want to
Jason,
do
I
that.
don't
to
know
other
if
women.
you want to put that out there.
I've always wanted to try
What's gonna
that.
happen is
Yes.
like Karen or Susan is gonna show up and just
Yeah.
Oh,
murder you.
Susan would wreck
Like,
all of us.
I
You
don't
would
think you want to
die.
Susan strikes me as someone who chop blocks the leg, like just goes right behind the knee. Just like,
It's like you look at her and you don't think that she could take you out, but like I feel like she would find a way
Yeah.
in your case. Like,
Yeah.
it's
the problem is Susan's a runner, and I like
Yeah.
I'm good over very short distances.
Yep.
I've always wanted
Mostly
to
within
try
like
that.
arm's reach. That's where he's the
Yeah.
most dangerous.
We can do wrestling. I like wrestling.
I'm an aggressive
I've
hugger.
never
That's-
done it, but I want to try.
Amateur style wrestling or pro style wrestling?
I don't know where you get to go smush.
don't you
There you
have a
go.
wife for the
She's very
Ah.
fragile. I cannot wrestle with the wife. She's like, and then she breaks because she's
You
very,
should really smooch your wife.
So what you're
that's
saying
all.
is your wife needs to work out so that you guys can
she-
Yoga.
she-
We're back
she
to
has
yoga.
too much like
Yeah.
arthritis and stuff. She's very fragile.
That's that was
Oh, yeah, I
something
can
after
also-
Jason sprained his back. Elle and I had to bring the table up to the top without him. And Elle's way stronger than I am, which is bullshit because I do half the physical like labor around the house. Like I'm the second strongest, and I'm not. Elle is clearly stronger than I am. And I do have to work out and work on that because I'm gonna be lifting heavy things. But
We'll get there.
it's been like 7 years of living together where I've been the one who helps move the heavy things, and it's bullshit.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah, Elle's not usually home, but this was like
Yeah,
6
yeah.
a.m. We all woke up to go down there, and it just oof.
Well,
God,
I'm
it
glad
sucked.
that you made Jason not move it because I know he would have tried to and hurt himself more. So it's-
Even
We did what
while
we
we
could.
were, yeah, we had to like it's blanket wrapped and then cellophane wrapped to keep weather off of it and dings and scratches. There's T-molding on the outside of it to like it's gorgeous. It's just like it's like we can't fuck this
Yeah.
up now. It's been 8 weeks of work. Oh no!
Yeah.
Like so
It
we.
takes 3 people to wrap it and send it out, basically.
I hope John's got a friend Because I don't know how the hell.
And hopefully he doesn't live like upstairs.
It's if somebody's buying a D&D table to play at, or a
You got a
gaming
friend,
table,
right?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, at
You
least
better.
3 other friends.
Yeah, it's like, all right, guys, if you want to
Yeah.
play in this game, you got to help move this table.
Exactly. You gotta.
That's
I'll give
fair.
you all get a level.
We should put that in the sales pitch. It's like, and
That's
your
right.
friends can help you put it together before your first big game. Buy our stuff. Do it.
You should put like a
blossoming-
free adventure in there and be like, here, use this.
Oh, what a fun
adventure."
idea!
Oh my gosh, that's a really good idea.
So, okay,
Shit. Let me
hold
write
that
that
one
down.
second. Blossoming Lotus in the chat. Greetings from the Netherlands. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do the first Theriathon. So they're going to be at Theriathon. Thank you.
Nice. The land of bicycles.
We've
Ooh.
we're actually working on 3 smaller versions of tables that we're going to get ready and throw listings up for probably tonight, maybe tomorrow morning.
Ooh.
We have 3D renders for everything, and we're that we have a little coffee table called the Pippin. So like it's
So it's real small.
Is
I'm
it
so
small?
real
Does
small.
it have bulbous
I came
eyes?
up with those. I like
so
It's like, why is this table always a little bit moist right in this one? No.
it took a lot of engineering, but there are tanks underneath filled with Nickelodeon slime that just kind of like they just secrete. The table sweats every once in a while.
Oh. So sad.
I'm sorry, Hogness. Everything's going to be
I
recorded.
miss you, buddy.
Obviously, if you guys could send us your videos for the community.
Yes.
If you haven't listened to the show in years, let us know. Just say, hey, just dropping in. I want to take all of them, put them together, and have stuff for the ad breaks. I want as many of you to be as a part of Theriathon as possible. I love doing that stuff, and it allows us to go grab a drink and splash water in our face and all that good stuff. So please go right ahead. I know Rob already sent us some.
Hey.
Oh, I wonder what surprises Rob has for us this year.
Oh.
He had some
I
good
don't-
ones last year.
Mick Foley was like that was really cool. Like he just
Oh
did a bunch of
yeah, I
stuff.
forgot about. Oh
That
my
was awesome.
god,
I
that
was just
so
thinking about
cool.
that.
Yeah, I still need to ask him for those. I think he sent them separately in an email,
He
and I just
did.
forgot to save them. Yeah,
I have them.
I need to get those on my phone. Give me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Give
Do it.
Give
Do it.
no.
Do it.
So we've organized Theriathon 4 separate groups. One of which is pre-recorded because that's group 1, and I was
It's a
taking
miracle
no
you even got it
chances.
pre-recorded.
Can I tell you? You're gonna hate it.
did
You're gonna
really
hate
well.
it, Kels. No tech issues. We sat down.
Oh my god,
We-
of course. No.
We
it's-
made sure
Well-
the microphones. Like Tom grabbed a headset.
Yeah.
20 minutes, plugged it in, and I just had to tell him, you got to install the drivers, buddy. And like we did that, and then when we sat down, when we actually recorded, 3 hours, no problems.
Of course.
I know.
See, I think, gosh, it's the last like 4 or 5 times that I've been in either a Java or Invasion group trying to sit down to record. We haven't been able to do it because someone having tech issues. Like, it's been.
We're not going to name any names, but we
yeah.
will
It's
destroy
different
them if
people.
necessary.
Like, it's not just
Yeah.
one person.
It's not.
It's one person for us.
Wow.
Wow, way to
Woo!
throw shade at Xavier like that.
I
can't
mean,
believe
his
you would
poor
call him
computer.
out like that.
He has a fancy
Yeah.
computer.
You know
I
what?
actually have
so
to hit
mean
him
to
up
him.
because I'm
I've-
supposed to be helping him, but we keep
I've-
not
I
hitting
have-
each other up at the right times.
They're the best people in the world that this is happening to, and they feel so guilty like they're doing something, but they're wonderful humans, and we are thankful to know them.
Yeah. They're good pups.
The poor guys
computers
just
are just
sitting
mean.
down. Yeah, they're just sitting down to do it, and it's like, oh, like Ian's computer's just randomly shutting down.
Not fair.
Yeah, I don't. I just feel so bad for Ian because it's like,
Right?
like this is not even just a like podcast tech related issue.
No.
This is like,
It's his job.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like that's just a nightmare in general. I've been there. It's not fun.
it's never fun to like have no idea what the problem is. Like it's bad enough to go, oh, I think it's a hard drive issue, or my mic is messed up. But it's like just to sit down and go, Like, no idea. And I guess he took it to where do you take a Mac? The Genius Bar, Apple Store, and whatever.
Yeah.
So he took it that they don't know what's going on with it. So
Oh my
which is
God.
really surprising because like they're usually in. I have been to the Apple Store and the Genius Bar to repair things many times in my life, and they usually like, even if it's like the outcome is like, well, it's fucked. Like they know what's going on. Like you know, like the fact that they don't even have an idea is like, I don't know what to do.
Please tell me that is the official term Apple uses when it's like, well, it's fucked, and then they stamp it. And then
I mean, they don't like say it, but usually like you can see it in their
stamp.
eyes. Like it's like because the people that are working there, it's like they're usually doing their best, like most of the time to like have you not like have to pay for a new thing, like even though that's the policy, but it's like they're generally pretty cool. So and it's, when it comes to that point, there's like, yeah, but then they're always pleasantly surprised when they're like, when is the last time you backed up? And I'm like, a couple weeks ago, because I learned that lesson the hard way. Now I do that regularly.
My phone backs up like every 2 days just in case. And you know, I've never really had a problem with my phone. Like, I'll give them that. I did go to the Genius Bar once, and it was because there was lint stuck in my lightning charging port, and I didn't know.
Okay.
And
all right.
That
I need to talk to Apple users real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Apple users. If we're texting, and one more time one of you sends a text that shows up to me as this X person liked, and then it lists my entire message.
That if a person has green bubbles, I'm a responsible texter.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you. If
I also don't
user.
do that in general unless I'm like talking to my parents, because they do that all the time, and so that's just
like... I love all of you. I might have to choke one of you so that all of you have to learn your lesson.
I understand not what you speak of.
Good, you're fine.
So on iMessage and stuff, like the iPhone to iPhone communication, if you you can react to messages like you can on Discord and stuff. You just say you can just like something or do a thumbs up. And so, but if you do that to someone that's doesn't have an iPhone and they're on Android, it just sends them a text that says Kelsey liked this message or something.
It's a separate message it has to send because it doesn't
Christy,
have reactions.
try this for me.
Oh, no.
I haven't seen that.
So it's understandably annoying, and that's why you just don't do it to people that have the green bubbles. It's unless you're really being annoying, then it's okay.
There's a part of me that's like, I don't know, man, maybe I'll get an Android next time just to try it. Because I've had the same phone, but then again, it's like, but the iPhone just works.
There's choice paralysis. There's a billion different options.
There's 50 of them.
It's I just can't be bothered. There are so many things in my life where I have to do research to figure out what's the best thing. At least with the phones, it's just what's the smallest one that you guys have right now.
Also, once you make a phone that explodes, I don't care how many years it was ago.
I had that.
Did you? Did it explode?
It did not.
Good. I'm glad.
But
that's good.
They did brick those as quick as they could. I wanted to use that as long as possible, and they basically said it started giving me little warnings saying this will stop working soon, and I went, "Oh, but you're a good phone," and it would say, "Too bad, I will blow up." And I said, "You won't blow up. We'll go to therapy." And it said, "No, I'm too far gone," and so I traded it in.
I was about to say, did they replace it for free, or did they just brick your phone?
They did. You could replace it for another phone.
Must have. I mean, that's legal.
Well,
you sell someone a phone that blows up.
First they traded it for the same kind of phone, saying they fixed the problem, and then people said that one was blowing up, and so you had to trade that in for another one. Galaxy Note 7, I think it was.
It was the 7, yeah. I had the first Android phone, the Droid. Big sliding keyboard, big chunky thing. I hated that
it went
phone.
So well right next to your Zune.
Okay, wait. I will not have you tarnish the good name of the Microsoft Zune. That, I stand by it today. That UI was gorgeous. Do you know how you put music on your phone? You dragged it and dropped it. It was amazing.
So You're not wrong, but it's just really funny to say. Like,
the iTunes is a prison for music. It is one of the most cumbersome, horrible UIs I've ever seen.
You're not wrong. I mean,
yeah.
It's okay. They made it
I
worse.
will say, okay, G Soto did bring it up. I don't know why they did this. You could share music with somebody who had a Zune. And it was called squirting. You had to squirt. I swear to God.
No,
I
they didn't.
swear to
that
God.
is not true.
You can't be.
No.
That can't be real.
I swear to God. Because you'd squirt it to them and they go, thank you. And you have it for like 3 days. You have it for 3 days and then there's a licensing thing that
like,
pops
that
in.
doesn't even like tie into the
It does not.
Like,
It does
like,
not.
Just get us.
It's not
Just
like I have,
squirt it
like,
all
a
over the
water
place,
thing
huh?
or something. Like, what? There's no excuse for that.
They wanted it to be a
Why?
verb too, like Skype. Like it's like, oh, I'm gonna Skype you. It's like, hey man, I just squirted you. Like just like
that is someone working at Microsoft doing like text being like, I wonder how far I can get this before someone realizes, and no one ever does. And then it's like,
I wonder if someone points to that. It's like that's what took us down. If we just didn't squirt so much, then the
Only
Zune
when
would
we're
still be
squirting
here.
all over the place.
I can't believe I didn't know about that.
I don't know. I mean,
Like, I was a high schooler at the time, I feel like, or middle
Yeah.
schooler, which is even worse. Like, I should know.
well, that tells you about how far the Zune's reach went.
You guys,
Aw.
yeah.
It was a good device. Can I tell you the weirdest thing about the Zune for me?
Oh, did it?
Go on.
So, the first Zune was kind of chunky and big because it was basically I think it was the iPod 4 at the time, just a big hard drive basically with buttons.
Sure.
And then they kind of got like the nice touch that kind of fit in with the iPhones and stuff at the time. And these things were honestly gorgeous. If you go back and look at them, like it's all like polished metal and stuff and all that, like gorgeous. The most demanded color was Dookie Brown, and I don't know why. Like
Well,
people
I mean-
sought after. It's like, yeah, you got the Dookie Brown one. It's like, why? Like that is the ugliest one.
It sounds like they knew what audience they were going for.
Maybe it was all ironic. Maybe it's like some like it's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna squirt you on my Dookie Brown.
Wow.
Stop it.
It was just like postmodern irony, and I didn't get it. I was in there. I was the one Zune fan who was like, yeah, man, it's really good. Has an AM radio. I don't know why, but it does.
I have to look this up. You know.
I swear, I'm not. Okay, I've only spoken to Jason Bullman a couple of times. The fact that we bonded over the Zune, unironically, it was like, no, it was a good platform, right? Like, it's like, I don't know why, but that was like, okay, high five. We can be cool.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
By the way, are we doing anything like specific today? Or are we
Today?
just hanging
No,
out?
I just wanted
Okay,
to.
Cool.
Here's the thing.
I wasn't sure. Like,
Oh,
This is a
Theriathon.
really long wind up to nothing.
yeah, I mean, it's not like we haven't done that before. So.
That's true. So what
To talk
can
about
we
the
tell
Zoom.
people about? What
So-
can we tell people about Theriathon besides the fact that we have some? Stop messing with my camera, Cat.
Oh.
Despite the
Look at the puppy. He's like, I help. I create content.
Yes.
Oh,
Look at that little influencer.
Cutie.
He's so cute.
Baby. And I
Our
see a
viewership just went up
kitty
by
in Bree's
10%.
background.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
Shit. What
I
up,
don't know where
Dylan?
Taco is.
I know. I was like, where's
He's-
Taco?
I know.
Somewhere. It's-
we love seeing Taco on
He
camera.
might have gotten scared by the thunderstorm.
Aw.
Yeah, we got one of those too
Oh,
right now.
Taco.
Okay, Creative Zen was pretty awful.
boy.
I like it depend like it's
Wait, what?
it's not Games for Windows awful
Right,
though. Games for Windows was the worst.
Isn't that still a thing? Because like I
No.
still see it sometimes. Okay.
It's so what they
This-
did, they took Games for Windows and they
Mhm.
kind of just transferred that into Xbox Live. Games for Windows assigned me a name that I cannot change, and I don't know to this day if I could change it. I'm Tiresome Jaguar, and I don't know why, and I can't change it, and they just did the thing, and whatever.
I like it.
Yeah, this was pretty
I-
relatable, not gonna lie.
That's tiresome, Jaguar. I think that we should have been calling you that all along now.
I will not go by. I will not be addressed any other way.
Good.
So, there are 4 groups playing at Theriathon. One, as we go out through the day, we're going to go up in level. So each group. So the first group is level 3, right? And they're being brought in as new business hires, and they're going to try and fix a business that is kind of struggling a bit. The second group is all secrets. They're going to be level 6, and I can tell you 2. I know. I can tell you 2 things. One, there's a lot of audience participation for that one. So anybody who shows up to Theriathon gets to influence that group a ton. And
I'm gonna be
2,
there.
anyone who's a part of our Patreon groups, I'm going to be asking those groups directly for a couple of things.
Okay.
So, Patreon groups 1 through 4, thank you already. I know, I know you guys are gonna just do a great job. Group 3, well, yeah, whatever you want to call it. That's the group 1 recording. That's gonna go up, and then group 4 is gonna be level 10, and they're going to be boarding a ghost ship. And
Go ship.
that's so I expect that to be broken, because you guys are going to come in with pre-gen characters level 10, and you guys are going to be able to do stuff that is going to be nuts, and that's fine.
I'm bad at playing high levels. I don't know how I'm gonna do. I've never been good at higher levels because you have to keep track of so many things.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a
just
big
be a fighter
difference
and you're fine.
between playing a character that you've made at a higher level versus playing a character that you've like played for a long time that's gotten to
Right.
that point. So
Exactly. So I'll have to
Yeah.
have a study
It'll be
sheet out,
interesting.
and
Are you gonna give us magic weapons? Because like if there's a fighter and it's like a ghost, you're not gonna be able to hit him.
that is
Think of
true.
breathe.
No
Yeah.
martial.
Think of
true.
sadness. Also, I want one too.
That's sadness is the fuel that makes us go.
Yeah.
What?
First of all,
Then-
I just did
then-
taxes with Bree. I'm used to sadness. That is nothing. That's no. We'll straighten everything out. Don't worry. Level 10, you're gonna get something. Like obviously, you can't be level 10 and have default stuff, right? I feel like that's kind of cruel.
Yep. Same with the level 3 group. The level 3 group is going to get the best stuff of everyone. I'm pretty sure of this.
I
for
feel like
reasons that I'm making up.
okay. So I wanna. So we just did taxes, and one of there was a bunch of fun stuff in there. Moves, by the way, don't count unless you're active military. So like you can't write off any of the moving stuff. It's so good. And 2, I'm paying installments because it was like $3,000 or something I owed, and it's like not right now. And it's like, what's the? It started as 13.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was in a year where we lost a lot of money. So it was like, okay, what's the minimum right now? I'll catch up on it later. And it's like $25. I was like, a month? That's great. Okay. Well, we're going to charge you $107 every time you make a $25 payment. The $107 is a convenience fee. It's not even towards the principal. It's just a convenience.
It's not gonna. Nope.
What?
You have to pay
A
4
cunt.
times.
What
And
the
guess
fuck?
what?
Take $25.
That was the cheapest option. The others went up to 200 and something and
Wait,
300
so the
and something.
convenience fee goes
Why?
up?
Yeah.
Goes
Oh,
up.
if you
There's
you,
no
you
way to
can,
waive
There's
that?
no.
There's no way to win,
way.
Mandy. No way.
No,
The
there's
hell?
no
Oh.
other options. We
And
chose
if you're
the cheapest.
self-employed, you have to file your taxes in a way that's more expensive. Like TurboTax has
I was also
TurboTax or
convinced.
yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, a lot of people are doing that. Well, that's extra now because fuck you.
We lobbied so that we could do this forever.
Fuck.
Not like it's not hard anymore work for you guys to do it anyway.
That's how
Yes.
TurboTax
Insane.
dances. It's a lot of shoulders and
Don't use turbo
middle fingers.
I use H&R Block, and it's the same. It doesn't matter. The only way you can get around that,
Tax USA.
you can use the free
Yeah.
tax one, but if you're self-employed, that's
Yeah. It's
Scarier is all.
it's a nightmare. Like it is.
I just copied the info from my W2, which is I
I missed
do
that.
not envy you
I got to do that this year, which was kind of nice, but like.
So anyway, we'll be launching a new merch store pretty soon with better T-shirts, brand new stuff, like better materials. I got a lot of TeePublic shirts, and I like TeePublic, but I feel like their print washes away very quickly.
Look at this. Bad. Look, it's
I
gone.
noticed Bad Neighbor Comics was just comics.
Yeah.
Just comics. I'm just a fan of comics, you know?
That's
I-
actually a pretty great shirt.
That's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, bitch. Oh.
Yeah, I'm about to have to retire my second Largan and Charg shirt. I've loved it. It didn't necessarily last.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a bunch of versions of Jason Voorhees, and this is one of the better shirts I have, and it is
and it
gone.
kind of looks like a beholder.
Oh, I see it.
Like
Yeah,
if you were to ask me what is this shirt and only gave me like 3 seconds to answer, I'd be like a beholder.
Yeah,
I have a
lot of shirts that do not go in the dryer. It's like these are the shirts that get undried because the dryer will
I
eat
do
them.
know specifically for TeePublic shirts, if you switch them inside out before you wash them, they tend to survive longer. So there's a pro tip for all of you with existing TeePublic shirts that you'd like to keep nice.
That's so much effort, though.
Vathrak, my main complaint about TeePublic is not tall size shirts. Well, guess what, Vathrak? As a tall gentleman myself, so we picked a place called Fourth Wall, and they do like,
Good name.
yeah, they're one of the big ones. Like they do like Marquez Brown stuff, and
I have no idea who that is.
it's a big YouTuber.
He's a
like,
guy who
people
does
like that.
stuff.
Yeah, he's a guy, a tech reviewer. But like they like Philip DeFranco, guys like that. So like, you know,
I don't know who that is.
it's okay.
That's a person that does stuff.
The point is, one, we get a bigger cut of T-shirts. So instead of getting $1.50 a T-shirt, we get a bigger cut, which is good. It kind of incentivizes us to make new shirts, and that's cool. And even better, the quality is kind of through the roof. Like we're ordering samples and stuff, but just seeing the reviews, it's head and shoulders. There's big and tall shirts. There's all kinds of different fabrics and hoodies and all kinds of cool shit. We can release digital products on there. It's really neat.
Yeah.
So
We're working on that. We want to have it ready for Theriathon and just a bunch of brand new shirts.
Theriathon.
Higher quality wall tapestries?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Posters. They do like movie posters and stuff. Like I wanted to make a couple of movie posters for like events and stuff. Cause
are you gonna do the map?
I can't wait to hang behind me Clover saying violence is everything.
Yes. So that.
Are we going to release some of the classics? I'm working hard to get all this ready. I'm going to pull Bree into this just because there's a lot. Like each time you make a shirt, there's a fuck ton of stuff you got to check off to make sure it's done correctly. Otherwise, I don't want to make a bad one and then copy and paste it 50 times and then realize it's all wrong. So between that and the Etsy listings and all that, we're trying to get it done for Theriathon, and we're going to have, my goal is to have 15 shirts. That's my goal, but we'll see.
That's a lot of shirts.
It's a lot of shirts. I like
shirts.
options. I like choices. And other than that, like I don't think there's much to say. Like there's going to be special episodes coming out after Theriathon. The Ravens are doing one now. I haven't told them, but that's going to be a special, like, remember like Bad Moon and stuff like that, like big tentpole things.
Cool. That's cool to learn right now in the
Yeah.
middle of that episode.
Yeah, Packbound. Packbound's got one coming, and Invasion is the big one. I've been waiting to record this with Invasion for a long time. But
Really?
it's a tentpole episode.
Like a few months.
Well, we should all just shame Xavier until
Yeah, sure.
Just,
That'll do it.
Not
guys,
Xavier.
stop having
No,
kids.
we can blame him for that group.
Ian is that one. Poor Ian. But no, these are going to be like, so the Invasion one, I can't tell you too much about it, but it's a massive, like a huge plot thing, like huge, like something I've been waiting to pull the trigger on for years. I can't fucking wait. It's going to be great.
Suspicious.
Oh, I want to ask questions, but I don't want to accidentally potentially spoil anything.
I want
You can
spoilers.
ask.
Spoil it.
Does
can ask,
it
I
have anything to do with the reason why the group's called Invasion?
Yes. Yes. That wasn't meant to be a mystery, but it turned out to be one because it took us a long time to get rolling.
Yeah, that's why it was called that. I remember them being like, you know what, that's really confusing. Why isn't it called investigation since we're going to be investigating things? And then Jason was like, it'll make sense real soon. And it's been about a year.
Then it's
You're
like,
in the house. You're in the house.
You're in the house, baby.
Anything can happen now.
Let me ask a question of everybody in the chat. Who's still listening to the show? Who's caught up? Like, since we changed over to Arc 5 and we had the huge mishigas of stuff that happened last year, like who's still listening? Who's caught up? I want to know.
I haven't caught up. I need to catch up.
I know our guy G Soto is.
Yes,
It's
G
so
Soto definitely listens. Why
It's
is
hard
it
to
so
listen
hard?
during work. Hard.
Just ignore your job.
Yeah.
I
that's good. You
wish.
should do that.
They keep giving me, they gave me a promotion. Now I actually got to work. It sucks. It makes me
Ooh.
sad.
Oh, there you go. Your wife's caught up on us, Mandy?
Only
Yay.
on Packbound. Yeah.
That's fair. Brand loyalty for that. I get it.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because also Christy's very bad. It's like I'll be like, okay, that's Bree. We were in the Vampire together. That's Susan. We were in Vampire. And then she's like, I can't tell them apart. Which ones? It's like they sound different, Christy.
I've had people like write in, and it's like, is there any way you can identify them audio wise? Like, it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, change their voices? Like, what? Like, because like they say their names at the beginning, and some people just don't. It's got to be a hearing thing. They don't differentiate between tones of voices or something.
Yeah.
So what I hear you saying is I need to play a Warforged and just hook up an auto tuner in front of me just to make it easier to figure out.
Yeah.
I will say this, putting Jamie and I on the same group in retrospect was a bold move.
You don't sound the same.
Putting me and
We were
Ryan in the
able to
same
break
group was a
into
bold
each
move.
other's voice journals when we were children. Remember
'Cause
those?
you were
The password
children.
protected. We could get into each other's though. Like we have similar voices.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know, the cheap Chinese-made journal probably wasn't the
Rude.
height of security.
Rude.
I don't think there's going to be a lock-picking
Rude.
lawyer episode on that
Rude.
one.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Guys, we broke into Fort Knox. We're virtually twins. We're
I'll let the lockpicking lawyer do an episode on that just to spite you.
send it to him. He'll do it.
Yeah, do it.
Honestly, you could probably just push on it slightly and it'll open anyway. It's like you just use the.
Was it a metal lock or a plastic lock?
You know, it's plastic. Why are
Yeah,
you
it's
using plastic?
plastic.
Come
Plastic.
on.
It was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
plastic. It might have had a metal hook, but the rest of it was plastic. Maybe like
You know what we
one
should
metal rod in there somewhere.
We should make like some sort of journal sleeve for DMs to keep their notes in, and then I bet we could recreate that voice lock. I bet we could. Super cheap now with like a Raspberry
Yeah.
Pi or something.
Totally.
Love it.
Dude, with
And
the
they could
come
set
on,
it
the
like
tech we
that.
have
You know what?
now. You're telling me we can't
Yeah.
replicate a 20-year-old toy? You telling
could
me I can't make a
replicate it.
new
I don't know
version
if it
of
would be as cheap as you think it is.
You don't even have to try that hard. All you have to do is make it open whenever somebody says open and tell them it's keyed to that voice and nobody will ever know.
Yeah.
Right? Ooh, that's good. Let's just lie.
Let's just lie.
Yeah.
Big
And then-
liars.
Me and Ryan both open the same.
Yeah.
Twins, Ryan.
We're twins.
Voice chick twinsies.
Uh-huh.
I think we sound the
So
same.
cute.
Exactly the
They're
same.
basically the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can
It was
never
bold
tell
to
us
put you
apart.
two on the same group.
Yeah, it's super bold.
Yeah, bold.
Do you guys want to? Well, you can't. We've been working. So there's 2 episodes we've been working on for like 2 months straight, and there's a Packbound episode where you guys have made a pretty big discovery, but you have yet to explore it. And the invasion group, you guys got into the house, and there's a huge thing, but you have yet to explore it. So it's 2. You guys are standing on the precipice of like
Yeah.
something really cool. But-
Cock blocked by tech.
Tech blocked.
Tech blocked.
So, one last time, let's remind everybody, next Saturday, noon Eastern, Theriathon begins. That's 9 a.m. Pacific, everybody, which, yeah, that's a little early. That's okay. You get done at 9 p.m. or whenever we actually get done. But there's a ton of stuff we're packing in there. There's a bunch of new stuff we get to reveal. There's a whole new look for the stream. There's going to be a lot of stuff. Me and Bree might do a little streaming this week just to kind of warm up our Twitch muscles.
Do it.
But yeah, other than that, guys, I don't think there's too much. So do you want to say anything before we sign off?
Is this going to be harder or easier for you now that you guys are no longer Pacific time?
Everything's been harder since coming back to the East Coast. Everything, top down.
Fair.
Streaming, living, work, everything. Because I get done work at midnight now. That's lame. Everybody who's on the East Coast and has been doing this, how are you doing this into your 30s and 40s? How? It's ridiculous.
Most people don't stop working at midnight. That's how.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a fun little trick.
Yeah, they work regular hours.
Or I work from home and I get to be like, I'm working, and I go on my couch.
Yeah.
Keep it a secret, Mandy. We can't let them know.
I just accept that there are some days that are powered by coffee exclusively. I mean, I like coffee, but some days it's required.
I love caffeine. Love caffeine. I'm thinking about switching over to meth, but caffeine's been pretty good so far.
Nobody's ever gone to jail for drinking coffee. Well, that's probably not true.
No, that's. I bet somebody has.
Somebody probably has, yeah.
I bet they were in Florida. I bet they figured it out. They
Yeah.
cracked that code.
Yeah.
But they just had meth coffee in Florida.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out in the chat. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
I want to see everyone
Yes.
next Saturday.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I want to pack that chat. I want to get people in there. The group 1 episode came out so well. I've got a bunch of stuff planned for the other groups, and that's going to be live, and that's a special kind of chaos, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Especially letting people take part in decision making. That rarely happens on this show.
I can't wait. That's going to be terrible.
That'd be great. That's not my group, so I can't wait to contribute to mess that up as much
Me
as
too.
possible.
I'm like,
Me too.
ooh. I'm like,
So my goal this time, and we learn a little something. Well, I like to try new things. We did like this tarot card system last time, and that was really fun. Except it made someone on the cast cry, and that's not what I'm after.
Usually
as a
not the
DM.
goal. Yeah.
So
Why
my
you gotta
goal-
call me out like that, Jason?
Well, you're being a little bit of a bitch.
I was.
But the point.
That's true.
Love you all.
So my goal this year is to make sure everyone walks out happy and not crushed.
at all levels. No.
But we'll
I
see
want
you
the
guys. No, we'll see you guys next. You know what?
Yes.
I'll let one of the Patreon groups. I'll let them vote on who gets the cool weapons. That's what. So it'll
Guys,
be.
I love you so much. You're my favorite people. Cuddles, hug.
I'm not gonna pander to you.
I
I
will
want a
pander
plus
to
2.
you. You're all of my best friends, and I love you forever.
See, Ryan's got an edge. He's on one of the Patreon groups.
Yeah,
so-
That's true.
My bros.
Look at this.
Conflict of interest.
Has he ever caused a TPK on that group by
Nope.
any chance?
I think
No.
everyone
I
on. Hold on. I think everyone on group 2 has been at least partially
As
responsible for.
part of the group, sure, but it was
Sure.
a group effort, 100%.
No, I'll say this: no one on group 2 is working overly hard to not destroy themselves, and they definitely have.
I did bring Oreos. I can bring more Oreos.
What a legend.
Dragon Con.
That's
Unless
true.
there's
Flavor of
another
Oreos.
strike again, and then I couldn't buy them Oreos.
Oh no. You're such a cookie legend.
Can you just make your own Oreos? Like, is it a thing you can do?
They did that
It's
on Bon
hard.
Appetit, but it's hard.
Yeah, I bet it is. I just thought about this.
It's
Like,
one
I've
of those
never
things
seen
where, like,
homemade Oreos.
You're better off like making a different kind of cookie that's like
Yeah.
works better for making at home, because like the amount of effort it takes to make something
Not
that's
worth
not going
it.
to be that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
These were
Fair.
created to be made in a factory.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Delicious factory.
I don't know what the middle part of an Oreo is made out of, and I don't want to know.
Sugar and
Just-
fat.
I was
I
about to
just
say,
know it's
isn't
vegan.
animal fat?
It's supposed to be vegan.
Is it vegan? Okay.
Yeah.
So no.
yeah.
not
Or
vegan.
is it vegan? It's still
It's delicious.
sugar and fat and stuff. It's Stacy.
It's actually kangaroo meat.
Delicious.
that is, yeah.
Hey,
it
if
is
kangaroo
little
meat
known
tasted like Oreos, I'd eat the fuck out of that.
I just got this vision of you like running and trying to tackle a kangaroo in the
Me
wild.
too.
It's just
And then going
tastes
right for its leg because that's where the most meat is. Like,
Yeah.
stop
Give me
kicking!
my arm.
Stop kicking!
Look, I've seen images of what happens when a kangaroo flexes. I ain't messing with one of those, even
Yeah,
if
you
they're
don't want
delicious.
to.
They're all lean muscle. Fuck that. Like,
I mean, if it tastes like Oreo, and yes, Christy, I could take a goose. I bet.
No.
no, you couldn't.
If it came at me, I'm ready
The
to.
secret to geese is
go
that
down.
geese have a very high intimidation stat, but if you just like grab them by the neck, they're basically defenseless, and you can just kind of like swing them.
See,
Wait,
Christy,
wait,
Swing
wait. How
them!
many?
Holy shit!
Wait,
That's
would do
literally
that.
how you get rid of the goose trying to attack you. You grab by the neck and not. And
woo, woo,
move
woo.
away.
I feel like that would kill a goose real hard.
I mean, if it's coming
They're
at me,
pretty
it's
sturdy.
dead.
They're
yeah, that's when the goose says okay, and then they go to get a knife.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I could take it. I got a knife too.
I
But
probably
like, how could that not snap a thing's spine?
well, you don't swing it in a circle.
Why
You're just,
not?
like, you
Yeah,
gotta- and
you
just, like,
said
move
swing it.
Kella said
You
to
said
swing
grab it
it,
by
so
the neck
I
I'm
said
just
swing
gonna be
swing
like,
it, not swing it.
I'm gonna
There's a
hula.
difference.
No, wait, what do you call that?
So-
Lasso
I
the
did
thing.
assume. Yeah, that's what I assumed.
I want a magic goose to wield as my +2 weapon.
Yeah, okay. Why not? The goose flail.
think, oh man. Okay.
Honk.
Okay. I'm making a weapon in my head right now for you. Like right
Ziploc.
now.
To me.
Yeah, just for you. It's gonna be great. You're gonna
Oh
love it.
no, you know something's gonna use that on you, right? You know that's
No. Damn it.
that's some
Well-
Wishmaster bullshit if I've ever heard it. Like, oh yes, it's for you. Like,
Damn it. Damn it.
wish granted.
Me.
Let's not even talk about what happened to your stealth rolls.
Ooh. There's no stealthy geese.
No.
Well,
I'm
everybody
just
out
trying
there,
to go in front of the car.
thank you so much for hanging out with us. Seriously, next weekend we are just gonna come loaded for bear and just 12 hours
Or
of
goose.
straight streaming. And we can't wait to see you guys there. If you miss it, everything's gonna be recorded and put up in the main feed. Don't you worry, everything's cool. But
Make sure to tell your
Uh,
friends. Let them know
please
to come
spread
too.
the word. Spread
them
that
cuddle.
stuff. We'll see you guys next week for Theriathon 2023. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, it's raining.